dog.
Oh god, hi. I'm here. I'm sorry.
There you fucking
We're
are!
still waiting on Mischief and Bark. Don't worry about it.
Initiate the cartoon pummeling noises.
Yeah, there's the bark.
I would, but the things would be loud. Hello. And I'm not about to sumo in this call.
Hi, Bark.
Alright,
How you doing,
Bark.
buddy?
No, you shut up. Webs up your face.
No.
Okay, so, Bark,
At least buy me dinner first.
walk me through what the issue is.
It's just staying at the point of checking package Fantasy Grounds updater for updates and will not make progress.
How long has it not made progress?
Yes.
A while.
Okay.
Since before he entered the bathroom, as was mentioned earlier.
And I even canceled it and then restarted it at one point.
So, what might need to be done, which is what we had to do with that fucker, as I point out the one with the chocobo, we're going to need to stop, uninstall the program from your computer, uninstall the launcher from your Steam, and attempt to go to the Fantasy Grounds website in order to then download the launcher from that again and install it through the launcher through the website.
Well, I did uninstall the ones from Steam, and then I finally was able to get not the website itself to work, but the website /store, because certain websites don't want to work or load properly. But I went through the original website that you had sent off and clicked the Windows to the free demo, and now I'm just sitting on that version of waiting. So
Okay. Is it at least progressing?
no. That is the screenshot I sent you was like 2 minutes ago, like timestamped.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Also,
did I
you try
miss?
resetting your router like I told you to earlier?
I did. I restarted my router and my computer as a hardline connection, so
You haven't actually missed, well, basically anything, dude.
We're having technical difficulties.
So, my only secondary thought is to now uninstall fully the version you got from the website, then waltz over to Steam and
Reinstall
download
it
the
from
demo
Steam?
Alright,
and
so
reinstall it from Steam. Because you're having essentially the opposite of what Robert had.
Same, but different.
What the hell is going on tonight?
you want to know what I did exactly
What?
to okay.
What did you do? You
I
space Martian.
right
Did you call him a
clicked
space
the
Martian?
shortcut icon, went to the file location, backed out all the way to where the Steamworks folder, and deleted it, and then reinstalled it.
Do that.
This is what happens when we don't do this for a month. Everything like just kind of kills
Great.
itself.
Yeah.
But that was probably record time for me actually getting set up for stream. Holy crap.
Lol.
I can at least thank my mom for being able to turn on my computer for me. Like, holy crap.
How long does it take for a computer to boot up?
No, it's just so it was booted up and everything did its open. So I can immediately just go bing, bang, boom, 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 boom.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like, how long does it take for it to like get ready for you to bing, bang, boom, boom?
Not usually long, but I at least wanted it to be awake before I slapped it in the face with all this stuff that it needs to open.
Oh no, that's fair. It's like, hey, you should move your car, and here's some coffee. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, here's your coffee. Here's your Advil for the pain that'll come in 2 hours. Wait, what? Don't worry about that. Just drink your coffee.
Oh, okay. 2 hours later, why?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
gonna.
so hands seem fine.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna distinctly bring up the point that while we were waiting, yeah, Alcyon is in, I'd say nebulous debt, but it's not really nebulous if we know how much it is.
One day,
She's
one
in
day
plot
the-
debt.
one day that debt will be relevant, but it's not today.
Today
nor
is not that
tomorrow.
day.
Mm-hmm.
We're having more issues trying to fucking like essentially get a program to work than. What the fuck is Mischief, by the way?
Good question.
Him? Did you ping him?
Someone ping him.
So how's everyone else doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? Oh god, end my suffering, please.
I'm just chilling.
That's good, at least someone is. Oh,
I bet it's Shiny Schmeckle that he's making food.
probably.
This Chinese schmeckle.
Yeah, Shiny
Schmeckle.
Schmeckle.
It gives me a chance to eat my quesadilla
Eat your quesadilla.
with garlic parmesan sauce.
Oh my god! But yeah, no, out Snowy. I went insane for about 10 minutes while I was over with the Warhammer crew. You know what? You know how and why?
You snorted glue?
No. Not yet.
Yeah.
There was never a first time stage. But the thing is that, so one of the heads for one of the Stern Guard veterans was missing. And I'm like, oh shit, did I cut it and it fell in the carpet? No, what happened was that it was lost in production. Getting static from Bark. We getting interference?
I was gonna say that wasn't me.
Sorry, that was me breathing.
You
No,
breathe
that was
static?
I will cease breathing from now on.
Also, DJ, I sent you a DM. Can you check that, please?
Yes, give me
Kind of
one moment.
So you're saying we gotta check on you in 2 minutes, Bark?
Oh,
You know what? I feel like being feisty. How about sooner?
what? You mean
I
what?
think I'm gonna fall apart.
I am falling apart.
You guys are together? Or at least put together?
I mean, I'm of one solid, semi-gelatinous body.
How are you
I think I'm missing a
semi-gelatinous?
few. I'm missing a few Lego pieces.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I restarted the download from the other place, and good news, instead of being at 0 at 28.2 megabytes, I'm at 0.1, and now it's
Oh.
stuck there.
Nice.
That is 0.1 better.
I have plenty of storage. I have plenty of everything. My old computer, apparently this is the one thing my old computer did better than everything else.
Oh my fucking god.
Yep.
Oh, Bark, also your mic's constantly hot. I just noticed.
I don't know
That's fine.
why.
That's fine.
Like my water heater isn't even on, so there should be no like excess sounds going on around me. It's literally dead silent in my basement.
That's weird.
It does the same thing with Mac stuff, so I don't know.
Was Mr. not joining us today?
I have no idea.
Also, Sage, funny thing for you. The computer no longer makes that bonky bonk noise that it originally made when we built it.
I told you it was something was loose when we did it. I don't know what.
I mean, it's funny though because it was just making that sound like earlier today. So it is now the quiet.
Yeah, for some reason, Bark, you're just constantly lit up green on Discord.
Yeah. Which is fine.
I irradiate the natural light of the golden sun.
That's not good.
You know, I'm gonna go make sure my van's okay while we're waiting for Bark stuff to be done.
Technical
I was gonna say,
difficulties,
I know
everyone.
Mr. knows about the game because he was talking about which version earlier, so.
Unless he's talking by streaming, he means he can't get the game to load. Hi,
I'm
Mister.
guessing.
Hey, buddy. Mister, do you have push to talk on still?
No, just I'm assuming his mic isn't set correct.
There we go. You smack your mic?
And he's dead again.
Oh no! Hi.
Ah, there you
You okay, Mister?
I'm guessing push to talk.
Possibly.
Wouldn't be surprised. half an hour in, and we haven't even accomplished anything other than Alkion's gambling debt.
Well, no, like that. This is the usual with this table. With this table, really, like it's usually.
No, we know.
It's usually the
it
infamous
just-
30 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah. Also, PJ, the link you sent me doesn't do anything.
It doesn't?
It's just a picture. It just sends an image. You sent an image.
I didn't send an image. I sent the reactive link.
Well, clearly, we just gotta get Snowy to learn an instrument.
Yeah, no, I just sent the reactive link, Gary. And it's working on my end.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll send you the same one from the site. That should work. Unless you're not logged into...
It might be that I'm not logged in, which you're gonna have to give me a second on that one.
Yeah? So I hope everyone's well while we're bumbling through this.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And also our audience. We're going insane.
Ah.
Mr.
Hey,
V's
still-
there. I don't think he can hear us. I don't think he's actually hearing us. Unless that's his
That's
cat.
a popcorn.
That could also be
I
his
wouldn't be
cat.
surprised.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah, it would be.
Hi.
Oh damn, the cat spoke.
Hello.
How you doing, Mister?
Same old, same old. I was pretty deaf coming in here because I forgot to charge my wireless headphones last night.
Ah.
Mm,
So you
See,
couldn't
you're right,
hear
That
us.
wasn't
So
me.
you actually couldn't hear us.
so it wasn't just ignoring us.
And also, you said there was an issue with Steam loading. Or sorry, Stream to load.
Yeah, it just loaded as soon as I started talking. Funny enough.
That's actually funny.
Was it Steam or Stream? Just making sure, because I know that I fat fingered letters sometimes.
Stream.
I think he means like me and TJ's feed.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I
have-
figured.
I
But
have
I
Aries Stream open on my other screen, and my ad blocker was preventing it from doing anything.
Ah.
So
Oh my god, your stream sniping my character sheet.
Oh
How
yeah, I'm
could
stream
you?
sniping all of your character info because I definitely give a shit about it.
Actually, you would know this.
I was gonna say yeah. I was gonna say all things considered, I don't think there's anything on Elkia on the freaking Noel probably wouldn't be privy to other than like her most private of thoughts.
Man,
the thoughts.
Even those,
private, but physical
Even
things
those
probably
aren't
not.
that private because I have two different forms of telepathy.
Oh my god, you can go into her subconscious. Even she doesn't know what she's thinking about down there.
I'm pretty sure we know what it's about.
There's a lot of gotcha down here.
No, it's all shrimp.
it's all
All
shrimp.
It's all
All
shrimp
gotcha.
and
It's French shrimp.
Oh
was gonna
no,
say,
not the
gotcha
French
shrimp.
shrimp.
It's fucking gotcha shrimp down here. What the hell's going on?
Oh dear lord.
You're just seeing lots of different types of shrimp.
I was gonna say I can't believe
Oh,
it's
it's
actually
all- It's all shrimp with different outfits.
It's all
I was
shrimp
gonna
from here on out.
I was gonna say it's just that one freaking level in freaking Psychonauts 2. We've given Alkion a gambling addiction. You need to go in and fix that.
Oh god. Even I'm just like I don't think we can fix that.
Noel's okay at intrusive surgery, not okay with psychological.
Same with psychological
Very
reprogramming. Right? Oh, there's my toothpick.
Also, the
He's
reason
a,
why I was
he's a
thinking it
medic,
could
not a
have been
therapist.
But the reason
Different
why I was thinking it
doctorate.
could have been Steam is because with the number of issues we've been having, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Even with issues, I'm probably one of the few qualified ones here to fix them. So even
Well,
if
I
I
mean-
did have an issue, I'd fix them myself.
And I was gonna say, I think most of us in this call have some understanding of computer science, unfortunately.
But it's just like, it
Yeah.
was just so much going wrong all at the same time. It's like, what is happening? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, something else I finally got. I finally decided to download a goddamn auto collector for Twitch drops because stupid Overwatch had a 20-hour fucking Twitch drop session.
Jesus.
Huh.
It's like, watch for 4 hours, get
From
this
this one
skin for
specific
a
streamer.
character. No, not from a specific streamer. Anybody can do it, but it's just for the what was it, the
Just-
World Cup?
Mm.
So anybody streaming Overwatch 2 during the World Cup season,
I thought they shut down
Had access
Overwatch
to the
esports.
they should. Well,
They
tell you
should, but they
fucking now
haven't.
they should. The only reason I'm even still watching is because there's a chance I get to get a sneak peek at a new character for the role I main.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I mean,
So
that's
cool.
fair.
They look cool. They got a big fuck off railgun looking thing that doesn't look like a fucking pea shooter like Sojourn's railgun, but
We
uh,
good?
no, we're
Nice.
never good.
I think Bark's
Bark,
still-
what's the update?
I think Bark's mute.
Has not changed.
Of course not.
Yeah, still 0.1.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, I think Bark's just having some weird issues because on my end, I can't get his reactive to light up, and his Discord is just always hot mic somehow.
That's
Yeah, that's
Oh.
just his mic. That's just how his mic works.
Yeah.
My mic's always been like that.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm just saying it's causing weird issues. It's not that big a deal because you're here.
yeah, no, it's saying it pretty much is saying that you're here, but like it's acting like you're not here. It's weird as
Do me a
shit.
favor, see if there's any updates for the computer, because if if it's one of those, I wouldn't be surprised. Shouldn't be, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, by the way, I also have received the thunderstorm warning with lightning touching down about 15 miles away from me.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I'm
That's-
just trying to understand why, like, Robert was having issues with the system, and he was able to fix it, and then this, and
Now there's
I
Bark.
mean, if anything, we're not going to really need a map, and I think you can just roll for Bark, Snowy. You know what I mean?
Excuse
Yeah.
me, what?
Mostly we just need to be able to hear him.
Yeah.
Quick, everyone, roll for Bark.
Okay.
Ah, crit fail.
I got it.
Well, you wasted that 20.
I wasted a 20 earlier trying to roll for 3 sixes in a row. I got one, and then I rolled a 20, and I was sad.
I make the best bowl of granola for breakfast.
You have
Hmm.
granola?
Mm.
we'll
Now I just
start.
want granola.
We'll start when DJ's in. I'll worry
I
about-
am in!
Not according to
Oh, well,
the
Not in
fantasy
the
card.
I forgot
There
that
you are.
is.
And we're still level 2, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just making sure on that front.
No, I've revoked your level 2 status, DJ. You're the one that's level 1 now.
Fuck you.
I was gonna say,
Specifically you.
I'm gonna say, like,
Oh,
Has-
yes.
has any time passed, like, since we last been, or is it still like the same day?
It is still the same day. You guys have arrived at Absalom Station, and I'm about to give you the rundown.
Okay, I just needed to know in case my daily stuff reset, but they have not. Continue on.
What daily stuff is reset?
I could only I only
your
had one use.
spells.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
I'm re-rolling my dailies.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It makes sense.
She's doing her dailies for Limbus.
I'm just
She has to
like,
get into the mirror dungeon.
That's what I'm doing in Dislight right now. What are you doing?
She has to get into the mirror dungeon within the next 15 minutes. Otherwise, she's wasting her free use.
I
Fucking Dislight resets at 8.
Anyway,
Beep.
as I'm mentally dying,
We all are.
Only mentally.
So
I
what
can't fix that, but I can even it out.
was I going to do? Do I even want to run a game today?
I mean, we're all here. We
We're all
might as
here,
well shoot the
dude.
shit.
We're all here.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. All right, game.
Get back here. Take it back here, little shit.
I don't have the
Alright.
comms offline. I'm ready for the DM.
All right, we're changing games. Let's go find a party game we can all play.
I really like
Dokapon!
I really like the
Oh,
idea.
no.
You had no plan for if the DM just left.
Yeah.
I had one. Don't worry, Snowy. I got you covered. If the DM leaves, just go back to what I was doing.
Nothing.
No, I meant on stream that like if someone's not here, I just slap comms offline on their icon. I don't have that prepared for the DM.
404 imp not found. That's the screen you put up
Imp
there.
not
No. Error 666. Imp not found.
Yeah, that works.
No, 666 would be imp found.
I was gonna say
It's
if the imp
667.
not's found, I just do this.
Do what? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
No, it was on stream. I just said it to stream will go offline in 5 seconds.
God damn it.
By the way, what color is the Prinny? What technical color do you
It's
call
like
the
a
Prinny?
purple.
It's
Okay,
like a
Prinny for
purple.
purple.
It's a bluish purple. It's close enough.
We are
Prinny for purple.
we are
Think
on
about
a
it.
we are a well-tuned crew of fucking players.
Tuned?
Tuned? Who's got the fork?
We've gone to Toontown, apparently.
Who's got the
I-
physics?
I will actually leave. Anyway, imagine me insert the sound of me shuffling through papers real quick.
Shuffle.
Thank you, Missive.
Lucky me, I had notepads to my right.
Okay, so after a bit, you're finally in orbit around Absalom Station, waiting for basically waiting for the codes to allow you to land. As you get, as you're all sitting in the waiting area, along with Amaranta, who's just he's just probably stepping back there as he's like, this is gonna take forever. And then all of a sudden, not really, you kind of knew this was happening. You get a hail on the main screen in the break area.
Alkion answers the call, but she's not paying attention.
It's everyone's favorite otter,
Yay!
otter lady.
Hey!
It's fucking Tarka,
Tarka.
and she's like, okay, so how'd the job go?
We almost died in a horrific car crash.
Amaranta walks in and just shit went sideways. Cargo got and just it's a mess. It was sent in the report.
You just hear a very loud fax machine essentially go on behind her. It's like, oh no.
No, it was not.
like-
It was not our fault that things went sideways.
And she just scurries. You see her hop down off the chair. You know she's considerably shorter than the desk that she's supposed to. So yeah, you just see her
top of
Right,
her
because
head.
she's an otter.
you just see her scurry over to the fucking the fax machine, pull out papers, and go. And you just hear her repeat, "Oh no, 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 oh no,
Mhm.
oh no." He just pops back over with the file of papers now with a very comically sized reading glasses on the brim of her nose. Oh no.
What is it?
So it was that bad, was it?
Yes, it was.
I did
Oh,
say
yeah.
we almost died in a car crash, didn't I?
Okay, but that's nothing. You guys have almost died multiple times and somehow made it out with the pay. Are you telling me there's literally nothing we can give? Oh god. This was a 5.2 million credit job.
Yes, and you didn't say that there are rebels.
I gave you the information I had.
Well, okay, sorry, Tarka. The you is not you, but the company you. We were just told it was a simple delivery job, and that was it. Not getting ransacked by everything.
Oh, jeez. Okay, alright. Why am I always the last one to figure out all this is happening?
Fax machine.
Interplanet heavy messaging system is about
Just like
3 hours behind most other forms of communication.
send me y'all's logs for the excursion. I'll try to make this look as nice as possible.
And we're sending her the
I'll send a log.
And we're sending her the logs of what happened, not what actually happened. Correct, Snowy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alkion has 2 applications open on her datapad.
Yeah. So
And
we're
she's trying to
sending her
multitask.
the story of we got ambushed by the rebels, our shit got stolen, and blah blah blah.
So yeah, I'll try to. Don't worry, I got those. We look fine.
We have
It'll be
faith in
great.
you. We don't
We'll
have faith
just-
in the company.
How many strikes do we have?
This would be our second.
Are you sure?
Be sure.
Okay, good. You know, old saying, 3 strikes, you're out. I mean, if this is 2, we'll be fine.
Again, we have faith in you, Tarka, not the company.
I'll do
If
what
we-
I can as she just like looks over to something like in like the corner of her vision. That's interesting.
What?
Looks like the guy that set up the job, Lord Sinjin, is looking for you now.
In a
He's-
good way or a bad way?
I don't know. He's probably got to know what already went down in Voxana.
Well, clearly it's for a bonus.
He doesn't appear to be mad as she seems to be like now like looking over reading a message. It's like he just says he wants to talk to you about a potential business opportunity. He's staying at King's Kearney Kasbah in the Armada area. How you feeling about face-to-face meeting?
Well, last I checked, my face doesn't come off, but
Can I just roll an insight on this, because this is just very, very fucking sus. Sense motive.
I mean, you could roll it, but
Like
it's
sense
probably
motive, just
not
get a
gonna
feel
much.
for like the situation.
You don't have the message with you. You don't know, like,
he's doing a vibe check on
The situation. Yeah,
on
I'm doing a
video
vibe
call.
check.
you're doing a vibe check while being not near the area in which the vibes are being radiated off of. This is like a third to fourth person vibe check.
So,
I'm just trying to explain this. You're trying to get the vibes off a message that's being recounted from you from a very anxious otter that's on a video screen.
How about the level of nervousness the otter had?
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
what are
the
you
vibe.
trying, or what specifically are you trying to get from this? Like,
can I just see if she's sugarcoating this at all? Like, even though
what
I try,
is she sugarcoating?
like the situation in
I'm-
itself,
What part of the situation?
like that's not a bad situation.
Okay, thank you. Now you may roll a sense motive.
21.
Y'all are fucked.
Yeah, and Amaranto just shoots Alkion a look that just says, "Bring your gear."
Like, no. You can't tell from the message. You just know that in her general, like, disposition, y'all might want to look for a new job, because y'all are not, you guys are probably about to get terminated within the next week.
And Alkion just kind of kind of looks at the ceiling with that weird look, and she's just like, if 3 strikes means we're out, if we get 4 infractions that is not based on us, do they just let us walk away with our money?
Doubt it.
I think we're gonna be on the run for a while.
Listen, you all don't worry about the stuff with EJ Corp. Talk with Sinjin. Maybe he's got a business opportunity. Maybe he can put in a good word and put us on like a probationary period. Who knows? If anything,
coffee pot.
don't, Jerry. I got notification that we can't technically fix it with our own parts. We have to put in a request. And considering that I've been putting in a request for an automated fax machine for a month and a half now, and I still have this, I don't think it's going to get filled.
I'm going to teleport them a sample of how I feel.
Oh no! Don't!
Please don't do
No.
that.
Right now, we probably shouldn't annoy them more.
They annoy me.
I'm just like, if I get run out of Absalom Station again, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
You're not gonna get run out of Absalon Station.
Anyway,
Again.
Again.
Don't worry. There's like... If y'all don't know what the Armada is, it's like a traveling caravan of different, like, commercialized ships. It's essentially like a moving colony. It's not far from here at the moment. And where they want to meet the King's Kearney's Kibosh, King Kearney's Kibosh, it's like an amalgamation of like large and small vessels turned into like a casino, brothel, and unscrupulous place. Pack heat, guys.
Out of character question. And would there be advertisements for this place?
I mean, are there advertisements for Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Then yeah, there are advertisements for this place, the Armada.
I was gonna say, you just see the frickin' credit symbol cha-ching in Alkion's eyes.
And I am searching that place on my...
you know that it's basically like a collection of mercantile ships with the King's Curry Kashba being like essentially like a casino complex and multiple freighters.
Yeah, I'm more or less looking at like pictures and such to kind of get a
It
layout.
looks like if you welded together a bunch of model ships and then expanded that into an entire thing.
Ah, okay.
Amalgamate.
Anyway, best of luck. Don't blow anything up. Or do blow some stuff up.
Depends on our welcoming committee, I guess.
I haven't blown anything up in several months.
It's more... This is not a place I would suggest... I would not suggest a lot of property damage. We're already in a bit too much hot water as is.
I'm throwing some hot water from the goddamn coffee.
Jerry, please stop. If I could throw a shoe at you, I would.
I would eat the shoe.
He would.
Anyway. I'm gonna go try and save our jobs. Y'all have fun.
As much as I have hope in Taraka, I do believe we're not going to have those jobs very long.
Nope.
At least where we're going, we can potentially get some work.
The faith is exceptional, you guys. As you realize you all said this before you hung up.
Alkion is well aware she said that before.
Taraka, we have faith in you
No.
again, but we don't have faith in the company.
That's fair. And then the screen goes blank as she's now hung up the call.
So, yeah, everyone, bring your gear and expect a fight. Again, try to limit property damage. The best we can do is warrant self-defense.
Amaranto, as you finally go back into the cockpit, you realize that you've been given clearance to land at the station now, but you don't need it anymore as you're just leaving again.
Well,
Yeah.
a very dull moment. Right, Alk?
Nope. Oh, darn it, I died again.
Still playing that game?
Maybe.
How much have you spent on that?
Don't answer that.
I was gonna say, Alkion just gets this look of, like, the weirdest wide eyes as you just see her antennas slink even further into her hair.
Realization sinks in. Oh no.
You just know she has spent too much.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna want that answer anymore.
No, you're not.
as you approach the Armada and the casino, it's not even a jump away. It's maybe a couple, like, maybe just under an hour of normal space flight, since it's not within jumping distance. It's like going across country essentially on a spaceship instead of having to jump halfway
It's going
across
to the next
galaxy.
town over.
Yeah,
And we even
And
say
as you-
cross country.
I don't know.
I drive 2 hours out of town and I'm just in the middle of a cornfield.
Oh man, I like corn.
Damn it! You flew too far in the wrong direction. Now it's
You-
space corn.
Space corn?
Now you're in space, Ohio.
Oh god.
Not again.
Not again!
But as you approach the casino, you're immediately hailed by a female drow. And she just gives you, like, the simple things of, like, you are to meet us at this specific docking port, and just flash these codes so you're allowed in. And then immediately hangs up after, like, transmitting the data. Like, almost like it was, like, the shortest pure business call ever.
Very well, and I figured that shit out.
As you finally get to an area, you realize the docking station is on this, like, is in a weird chaotic jumble of former starships, seemingly purposefully hidden to the point where you swear your ship's not gonna fit, but it somehow does.
I'm getting a really bad feeling about this.
We
To
all
be fair,
are.
we usually have bad feelings.
Yes. Usually do.
You're finally able to land without much issue, and as you're onboarding, that same female drow, like, flanked by two heavily armored grunts, are next to her. And she says, "Welcome to King's Kearney's fuck this." That's me DM fucking hating pronunciations.
Pronunciations do
That's
suck.
the drow fucking it up.
She just essentially welcomes you. It's like, if you'd please follow me this way, we can now meet with Lord St. John.
Lord?
Drow have their own...
Oh yeah,
Hierarchy.
that's right. You met with the middleman last time.
Yes, we did.
Well, you get to be honored that you get to be in his presence.
Very much so, but we weren't told the whole detail about our delivery mission.
You will be debriefed soon enough. Now, please follow me. No need to brandish your weapons, but I understand that you might feel safer with them on you, so we'll not hold that against you.
No, we're not even brandishing them. We just have our gear on us.
Yeah, no, that's like she's just
That's
the one
brandishing.
Yeah, no, like she's the one that like mentions that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably just knows that we still have them on us.
Yeah.
Can I do a sense move on her to try to get a read on her because it's just like
Be my guest.
21.
Oh,
Nice.
You've had customer service face You know what customer service face is?
Yes.
Yeah, this is customer service face.
Oh, fun.
Like, she is not happy that she's having to fucking do this.
Neither are we.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you enter the casino, you're instantly bombarded with sights, smells, and tastes. A live bland. Yeah, it's a live bland. A live band is playing an assortment of strange instruments from across the galaxy.
Live blend.
And the galaxy jams with a chilled rhythmic thrum. The air is full of smoke from a variety of illicit substances, and the layered murmur of I know how to say this word, but now I can't brain. Clandestine.
Clandestine, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
That's a word.
layered murmur of clandestine deals. Members of many unusual species from near space and the vast fill the establishment. A squid-like creature crawls atop a bar to order a drink, and across the room, a leafy Goron and a peaceful fur-covered nest kitty pass a dose of hyperleaf back and forth. In a darkened corner, a masked
Puff puff pass, motherfucker.
In a darkened corner, a masked Embry negotiates with a strike team of Vest commandos. The Drow lass maintains a steady pace, moving across the large chamber to a bulkhead door guarded by a pair of female Drow. The door opens as she approaches. Beyond lies a sumptuously appointed chamber with a central rectangular table, at the head of it which sits a handsome Drow who raises as your escort enters. The individuals who have cost me a great deal of money. At last we meet. Half a dozen armed Drow are positioned around the edges of the room, avoiding direct eye contact with you. But the man steps out from behind the table and extends a hand. I am, of course, Lord St. John.
Does he say anything else?
He's literally like welcoming you in as I grab the handout real quick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just Amaranto does a slight he nods his head in respect and gives him a firm handshake. Not too firm, but a respectable one. And he's like, well, hopefully we can explain the situation.
I gotta get an image for Bark in the Discord.
Just take a snip of that and just send it into Discord.
Yeah, it's gonna be a second though in order for me to do it.
Meanwhile, Alcyon just has her usual 1,000-yard stare.
There you go, Bark. It's in shit Blackboard.
I thought you said shit Blackboard. I'm like, what?
Yes, it's in shitty Blackboard.
Blackboard is a shitty program.
It is.
It's better than some other things they got, but man, does it break down.
Now, if you all would kindly take a seat at the table, Miss Dimindia, which is, he motions the Drow that escorted you here, will pour you all some wine as we talk about recent events.
I'm not trusting the wine. Is anyone?
You see that the female Drow pours St. John's glass first as he takes a quick sip.
From the same bottle?
From the same bottle. He's very clear that he understands the apprehension and wants to make you guys feel at least a bit comfortable.
Okay. Amaranto takes a sit and he gives just a hand signal to everyone else to just sit down. We're here to talk business.
Proceeds to sit.
Just the biggest thump.
I was gonna say, Alcyon probably remains standing, but she's kind of doing it more out of she is a kind of being firm about it. But she's, like, still next to like Amaranto.
Well, that's 3 people confirmed who have either been sitting or standing. What about Jerry and Noel
Also,
and Bark? Bark's character, which is Carnage. So Jerry sits. What about Null?
Null sits wherever there's not that many people around.
Is
Oh, sorry, Kelvec.
Furthest away from the business side.
Kelvec
Fair enough.
sitting? Was he,
Kelvec
was
a
he
good
like
boy?
standing?
Or is Bark dead?
I think Bark's dead.
Yeah, I think Bark died. Is he muted?
Yes.
Yeah,
he's muted. Which means could be child.
Probably
Don't
child.
worry, I'm not always dead.
Okay.
Does Kelvec sit as instructed, or does he be bad dog?
I will continue to be the goodest of boys.
Well, okay, well, it's not a matter of, like, he can stand if he wants to.
He can leave
Anyway.
his friends behind.
Stop.
Anyway,
I'm not doing that.
I mean, I'm pulling in Inuyasha. I heard sit, I'm sitting.
as you all sit in, the very comfortable table, Shinjin kind of goes to business. So, I have been informed that you all have failed to deliver my weapon shipment on Voxana as ordered. And it has come to my attention that instead of delivering it correctly, you allowed for half of it to fall into the wastes below, and the other half to be sold to the Resistance. Where I assume my portion of the money is now in EJ's hands. Fair enough. Pay your bosses first. Fuck over the little man. I see how it is. I understand. Just business. It's, why would I ever, question that? However, do you care to explain exactly what happened? Did you guys get a change of heart of some sorts? Think, you could tip the scale of a small-scale war?
Would you want me to... Now, I'm going to enroll... Now, I believe I have expertise dice with bluff. Let me look at my abilities. Yes, I do. So I can use my So since I'm making a bluff check here, I can roll my expertise dice. Okay.
Alright, good.
So I'm going to be bluffing and rolling with the story that we were attacked and we were pretty much threatened by such and such to actually give up the shipment, and half of it went down into the river.
Alright, roll.
I kind of want to use my single reroll token.
Are you re-rolling before I continue?
Yes, because I also have to add my expertise dice to that.
Alright, well go ahead and add your expertise dice first, and we'll see.
Which is-
Unless you want to re-roll that period. Do you want to try and get above an 8?
Yes, I want to get above an 8.
Alright, go ahead.
Monumentously better.
Alright, and roll your expertise dice.
That's a 23. Which is decent.
That is a fair enough story. However, I was assured by EJ Corp that them people would fight tooth and nail to ensure that every delivery had been finished. So, and considering that I believe the information I was informed by EJ is that any grievances I have should be taken to those that delivered, I have a grand right to be furious with you six. And I have a perfect aim to execute you all.
Indeed you do.
However, some of the people I get furious with usually stop breathing and their entire skulls freeze over. The stars have aligned in y'all's favor today. Excellent, excellent. He waves his hand, and for anyone, go ahead and roll a quick perception check if you would like to.
I couldn't get that 18 for the bluff check.
Everyone in the room hears a very noticeable disengaging of energy weapons or clicking of a firearm's hammer being decocked, as you assume multiple of the bodyguards in the room have now put away their weapons.
Amaranto's used to this type of shit.
Yeah,
Both him and
Alcyon
Alp.
doesn't look
So it's just
particularly-
yep, same shit as always.
I need a
I'll
clue
say
for-
that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say probably since she entered the room, Alcyon's antenna have probably been on high alert, so she was aware that they were aiming at them the entire time.
Or at least at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
I need a crew for a very special job, and you? Well, you've alienated both me and your corporate paymasters. If you hear me out, perhaps we can both come out of this ahead.
We are listening.
You're all Evangenia Jamison employees, but how much do you really know about that company, Well, I've spent quite a number of credits to learn a rather interesting amount about it. I've discovered that they made a breakthrough in a hybrid null space technology. Now, while null space chambers aren't exactly new, no one's been able to figure out how to make them bigger than maybe a few feet across. Your friends at EJ Corp, however, led by a woman named Elaine Resora, have cracked the code. They've discovered how to make a null space chamber large enough that it makes a space bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, large enough to double the size of a starship's cargo hold.
Those. Now, no. Is there a personal scale equivalent to like a bag of holding in this, or not that you've noticed?
Not entirely sure from what I've noticed.
Okay, so
Wait a sec.
so similar.
It is in the null. Okay, so yeah, it is a null. So a bag of holding is a null space chamber, essentially a massive null space chamber. However,
Okay, so
is something completely brand new.
So essentially, they managed to just scale it up to greater size, if anything.
From what I've heard, maybe even bigger if they're allowed to continue.
And I'm guessing you want us to go and steal that prototype,
Well,
if you will.
Imagine if every emergency vessel carrying supplies of the victims of the swarm could carry twice the medicinals. If every starship bringing settlers to a distant uninhabited world could carry twice the spare parts and supplies. Or if a place like this station could get everyone hauled up and downside twice as much room. Now, the galaxy seems like a pretty big place, but I assure you all, when you're paying for air, food, water, the right to existence, it's a lot smaller than you'd think. If the packed worlds had access to this technology, it would suddenly become twice, maybe even 3 times as big. That's more elbow room for everyone. Who doesn't want that?
And even if expansion did not happen, it would create more of a safety net for so many other things on the outer reaches.
Exactly. You are a rather sharp individual. No wonder you're the captain of this hodgepodge of a crew.
I've been in this business long enough.
All things considered, though, has any of your intel cleared such null space for safety of, well, organics being within? Or
I mean,
is
if
it simply a space and air? And
if someone like
would
your friend over there, as he points to the Yoski, he points to Jerry, could fit in a null space chamber of average size and survive there for, let's say, however long he has a life support system, See no issue. Granted, they've been very hush-hush about the exact data of, the expansion of these chambers, so I'm not quite sure off the top of my head.
So not exactly cleared for safe travel unless you have the proper equipment, so to say, but...
It's a storage apparatus at the moment, and really that's all it needs to be.
Correct.
Anyway, as you see, like, the Sinjin kind of snap as the young drow woman brings a remote to him, and he presses a button where the holographic projector at the middle of the table kind of ignites as you see a holographic representation of a transfer ship. Its image rotating across the table so all of you can get a good view of it. The answer to that question, of course, of who wishes for it, is your employer, EJ, who wants to keep this technology all for itself and use it to crush the competition. They've built a prototype starship for it, called the Oliphant. It's housed in the Horse Eye orbital plate near Avalon. He presses once more on the ship, and the image of the starship is replaced by a three-dimensional holographic model of a large starship construction facility in space. Reportedly, no outsiders are allowed on the orbital plate, with one exception. Many corporations have starship construction projects there, and shareholders for those corporations are allowed to dock and move around freely. Now, while you all aren't shareholders in EJ Corp, or at least not yet, I'm to assume, since you're probably to not have a job soon, you're aware of the stock options as a part of your severance pay bonus structure. If you were to leave the company before you're all fired, you could redeem those options for a not inconsiderable amount of EJ Corp stock. You could then walk onto the Horse-Eye orbital plate and steal the elephant for me, and then, my friends, I could make you all rich beyond your wildest dreams. And you can do whatever you want with the rest of your lives.
Alcyon is going to roll a sense motive to see, like, if she can tell how much of this is genuine that he's saying. She's just kind of reading tells, I guess, of the face.
Okay. He's a well-versed speaker. If he's selling you shit, you definitely cannot tell at this rate.
I guess because she has limited telepathy, she'll probably quietly and mentally ask the others what they think of this. That way,
I do kind of want to wait to see if DJ wants to go ahead and roll a sense motive as well.
That's why I said she's just asking the others what they think. That way we can pad some time for DJ.
Should I roll sense motive? I have a +9 on it.
I mean, if you want to, if you're going to see if he's trying to sell you shit.
I mean, Noel already believes he's selling me shit, whether or not that he actually is.
Welcome back.
He's just learned to better just to assume that shit is being shoved in your face.
It's being
24/7.
dealt.
I have a feeling he's leaving out something important.
You all can't confirm that, as everyone now rolls.
Whoa!
I mean, I just believe
That's
you.
your piloting.
I mean,
Wait,
I might
fuck!
as well just do it anyway.
You about to crash a fucking ship into him?
Very excited.
Very excited. that
Can you
everything-
roll your expertise dice on sense motive checks as well?
Can you give me the benefit of that 15 and just make it a 22?
No.
Damn it.
No, I cannot. You want to use your expertise die on this? Or is this bluff that you have expertise in?
I think it's only bluff for him.
Yeah, I only have expertise in bluff.
Cool.
One sec, I might have something. I just need to remember where the fuck my stuff's at.
Unfortunately, I think the expertise die is the only thing that would have been able to help with this because anything else you would have to
Hold
you
on.
would have to have applied it beforehand.
Once per day, as long as an ally within 10 feet of Shir can reroll a single attack or skill check twice and take the higher result.
Okay, so roll your sense motive, Amaranto.
And then he's gonna roll like
It's me that has to reroll.
All right, no, re-roll your sense motive.
you're gonna get like a 12. Damn, it was close.
That is like a 12. It's one more.
Anyway,
See, I'm still good with die.
nothing extra was elated. Essentially, if how to say this, if he was selling you shit, you can't tell because he's that good of a fucking speaker. He's really trying to sell this to you, and it's really hard to poke any holes in this. It's fair to be it's fair to be a bit apprehensive, but damn.
So to kind of catch up, DJ, he is promising us a lot of riches if we steal this shit by
Did you
taking
have your
severance.
headphones on, DJ?
Yeah, I had my headphones on, yeah.
So you heard all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't
And
there
it's just Amaranto's willing to go along with this because it's just, as you know, Snowy, this is similar to the exact same shit that happened to his sister, but he's spinning it on a positive way rather than just selling it, rather than just stealing the plans and selling it.
Anyway, as he sees all of you seemingly like interested in the concept, he simply asks, "Are there any questions before we start?"
Yes. Where would we meet you back at once we obtain the Oliphant?
I will find you. It's not hard to find that ship once it's on the station. And it's probably best that I find you first instead of you coming to me, because we don't want EJ converging on one area. Let's say if they have a tracker or something on it.
If anything, we have two very talented individuals in tech.
I'm hedging my bets that something will go wrong.
Oh no,
and
something very well might.
You won't have enough time to do a thorough comb over of the ship before you have to run off with it.
If anything, Jerry here can squeeze into very tight places very fast, so we can do a comb over as we're in transit. Is he just humming to himself?
All things considered in regarding our abilities, what gives you the idea that we will be able to succeed in your eyes, as it were? Our deception thereof that you've already sussed out of us? Or have you heard of some of the other things that some of us upon the ship have done prior
You
to
all
working
are
with EJ?
really, really bad at scrubbing your information off the HoloNet.
I have any information there in the first place?
The only one that isn't like any level of notable is the lizard there and the bug. But I think all I could get from the bug is he was recently graduated medical school.
Alkion's eyes probably narrow a little bit, and Amaranto can probably guess why she's being a little
Cautious.
Don't
But
worry, Miss Telos. I won't say anything that isn't pertinent.
I'd be more surprised if you knew any of that information, given how much of it was scrubbed and not even by my hands.
7's a lucky number of mine.
You see her antenna twitch.
Calm down, Elk.
Anyway, anything else?
I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That's rain.
Nope.
Nope.
It's going pretty hard.
I think I hear something that sounds like static, but which might
That
be
might be the rain.
Also, it's a very simple thing. I need AJ employees to get on the Horse Eye orbital plane, and some of you may have some sort of moral compass, which means you'd want this technology shared with the greater universe. Yeah, as much as I do. Also, money.
Alkion's eyes probably shift towards the others.
Amaranto looks at everyone to try and get like a clear like, well, kind of deal.
You're the
I'm
captain.
gonna let you guys like shotgun any questions right now that you can possibly think of.
Any
Okay,
any preferred methods of extraction for the ship, or is this a do as we see fit type of party?
Don't make too much noise.
Very well. Quiet it is.
Oh no, you can definitely blow shit up, but no, don't make too much noise, because the more heat you have on you, the less it's gonna be for me to be able to get to you in a timely manner.
Pretty much the less you have to cover up, the better.
Just don't get to the 5 stars.
Stealing a ship is one thing, stealing a prototype ship is another thing. Destroying a majority of a shipbuilding station funded by multiple hundreds of thousands of members in our galaxy
Is
that
another.
supposed to support millions is another. A prototype ship going missing is an easy cover-up. An entire shipbuilding facility being destroyed is not an easy cover-up.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure since you've done your scraping on our information, you already know what I've done.
Yes, Amaranto, yes. Honestly, I've come to y'all because you're convenient, you're cheap, and you have no other option.
Exactly, we have nothing else to lose.
Except for our lives and possibly Amaranto's skin.
That's expendable.
Amaranto just gives out the biggest, like, really look?
I mean,
What are the odds that we're going to be chased down after delivery?
27 to 1.
She's got you there, Lizard.
And Elk is good at math.
I don't think those are the correct odds, but it's pretty high.
Pretty much.
I am lowballing it.
Pretty much, Vasney. Expect trouble for the next while, because we are going against our soon-to-be former employers from a independent contractor.
I mean, if it's anything to go off of, they technically cannot put a bounty on you because they would admit to harboring technology that under Packworld's law is supposed to be freely shared.
That's
Yes.
true.
But at the same
I also
time,
believe
that
my
wouldn't
bounty
stop.
can't get much higher.
At the same time,
Oh, they'll
that.
definitely send bounty hunters after you, though.
Oh yes, most likely.
Under the table.
The best kind.
Hey, that's probably the nap, okay?
But if anything, at the same instance, it's the matter being that they can't openly admit to withholding new innovations, if you will. Does that seem right,
Also,
Alkion?
how
I mean, the entire galaxy is under a state of emergency with the swarm, so yeah, it'd be really,
Really bad.
really embarrassing to find out that potentially life-saving technology is being harbored behind closed doors.
I also would
we're gonna
imagine that.
need-
Go on.
we're gonna need another ship more than likely, given what might be happening with our current ship.
Do you really need a new ship? It would be really easy to trace it back to y'all if, let's say, the ship you used to get there is still there before y'all left.
There is the consideration that given our current state of soon to not be employment, we are not entitled to keeping this ship should we even leave willingly with the company.
I mean more us
I mean,
getting.
I can arrange
However.
transport. You will have to, of course, smuggle your weapons into carry-on bags, but yeah. I can arrange transport.
How long until the given mission?
I'd say as soon as possible.
Very well. If anything, everyone, what's the likelihood of you being able to smuggle your weapons on board? Vasne, I know you like
As
to go.
part of this job, I will be handling packing your bags for smuggling.
Very well.
My associates.
Very well.
I want to make sure this goes as well as possible, so.
That's fair.
Very well. It's nice to have some backup with our employer for once.
I mean, why wouldn't you? This is a Hail Mary situation, and it's going to be really hard to find replacements, you know, if you fail.
It's just a matter
Yeah,
of
gotta-
with EJ Corp, our representative, our helper, if you will, or fixer, did
The benefits of independent contractors?
yes, that too. But it's just the fact that
We don't give dental.
the corporate side of things fought us on every turn.
I hate the fact that as a GM, I don't immediately get to understand what that is.
What?
I do.
Wait, what?
I'm so mad.
What is the fuck? What is
I
that?
spoke in Yaski.
Spoken Yoski. I'm like,
You can't. Okay.
yeah.
I can.
You understand
You
this?
can't.
You understand Yaski?
Here, no, now it works. Now it fucking works. The DM side of reading this stuff now works.
Hey.
Okay. Okay.
Well, whatever they're chattering on about.
Now,
Now,
Alcyon just saying that telepathically. She doesn't even
there
move.
are a couple more questions y'all can ask, and if you guys want to know what they are, the one of you will have to roll a fate roll for me to reveal them.
I mean, I have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Is there a coffee pot on that ship?
I have no idea. I actively have not. This is like the DM looking at you. I have no idea, you fucking rat, man.
Is there a coffee pot on that ship? I need my caffeine, motherfucker.
Our contractor's eyes change briefly as just Snowy's actual eyes.
No, an imp just
The
jumps on
curtain goes
table.
down. The director runs up on stage, goes bap, 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 runs back down.
Like,
Curtain goes back
everything
up.
stops as like an imp jumps on the table and looks at you specifically. I have no idea. Okay.
I have no fucking idea.
Anyway, to
Oh,
get
that's
back
what I was
on track.
asking in Yaski. Hope they have one.
Anyway, to get back on track, Alcyon is probably going to be serious about this. Given our new position, are we going to be receiving any sort of floor plan to make a half an attempt at figuring out where to go?
So, yes and no.
Mm,
None of my informants technically have clearance to get on there. And with the amount of security on there when it comes to ports, it's damn near impossible to get there. I was, however, informed about the possibility that you could, if going to one of the terminals, download a map of the station.
that will suffice.
One of the managerial terminals should have the information you're looking for, and all you have to do is cross-reference, I believe, unregistered ship serials, and you should be able to find it.
So pretty much we're searching for his VPN, Snowy.
Basically.
Basically, those of us that know how to use computers effectively are going to have to use the computers effectively.
So you and Jerry.
Yeah.
I can
I know how to use a computer, just not well.
Yeah,
I
like
have
I
one
just
rank in
refuse to do
computers.
so.
I have a
You
plus
can use
6 in it.
Microsoft Word.
I have a plus 6 in computers.
Amaranto can use at least Excel.
What do you have in it, Jerry?
Hmm?
What do you have in computers?
Sorry.
One second. Skills.
Everything.
Computer. Computer specifically. +4.
I have a +9.
Damn. So it's going to be me and Alk.
Probably mostly Alk.
As I say, my 9s are in other things, and engineering specifically is my highest thing with a +12.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, Alkion has a +9 in engineering and in computer, so she'll be able to figure something out. She might only set off one alarm.
Anyway, if any other questions will be asked that y'all can't think of immediately, we can do a fate roll so I can feed
So, who's been rolling the hottest tonight?
You.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you want
Weirdly enough,
The worst part is, I'm only gonna give y'all at least 2 of the questions y'all haven't asked for, and it's gonna be the most obvious, so when I reveal them, someone's gonna be pissed off.
I'm gonna be pissed if there's no
Is one
coffee
of them
pot.
gonna be how much are we getting paid?
So yeah, someone roll me whoever's doing it, roll me a flat d20.
Okay.
Mine are
you know what?
most hysterical.
I still have my thing, so I'll do the honors because I still have
Can
my coin.
you can't use tokens on fate rolls, right?
You cannot use tokens on fate rolls.
Well, I will take the leap of fate
Okay.
as I throw it into the opposite
Wrong
corner.
place.
1.
Roll a 1. Oh, that's close.
God damn.
Beautiful, amazing, spectacular, great even. So you're only gonna get one of the 3 questions you probably wanted to ask. Yeah, who are you anyway?
Alkion's not concerned about the who's because nobody needs to know who she is.
Just
I'll
so
give you who are you anyway, and what is he planning on doing. Also, yeah, ask him who he is, and ask him what he's planning to do with the ship after you get it.
is that both
get
the
to
same
him.
question or is that 2?
2 questions. I'll give you both.
Ask him who's
just,
his daddy and what does he do.
That's
Who
your
is your
like,
daddy and
points.
what does he do?
Give me a second.
That's your 2 directions to ask him questions.
Before we end this little meeting, since you know all about us, who are you exactly? Because I've never actually heard of you. No disrespect, of course.
I'm a businessman. I left Apostate a century ago to seek better fortunes elsewhere. And now I and my family are members of the Golden League. For those that want to know what the Golden League is, I'm going to need a history check. I don't think history is a skill in
That
this
would fall under
game.
culture. That would fall under culture.
I'm gonna look at your
Culture?
character sheet. So
That
I
would fall
can-
under culture, Snowy.
It's
There's
gonna
a
fall
culture
under
check.
culture. Roll a culture.
Roll for yogurt.
30-20.
I got
Anyone-
0.
Anyone
have a
else
plus
want to
8.
roll culture?
I have a +4, so I guess.
Roll culture.
Oh, only those with points in it, right? Or
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah, only those with points in it.
Yeah,
I don't
untrained, so
remember
you
what
just get a
culture is
10.
and skills.
The Golden
What's this?
League is a, while not quite a criminal organization, it is a collection of multiple individuals that are either landowners, company CEOs, unscrupulous businessmen. Supposedly a lot of more financial crimes have been done in their name, but nothing that's been able to stick for long.
So the mafia.
Well, I would answer the lizard, but they don't have culture.
Uncultured lizard.
There it is.
But yeah, basically they're like a mafia, like space mafia, spafia, if you will.
Or like a spoof, yeah.
So what you're saying is the Golden League. It's the Golden League, right?
Yeah, it's the Golden League.
Okay. So what you're saying is the Golden League is a organization of.
Well, I said that out of character, but
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
why would you? I mean, how do you? I'm gonna just say it's probably not a good idea to just throw the Golden League because he didn't explain what the Golden League was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. I'm the DM. Hi, the
Okay,
imp,
I'm just
imp
making sure.
The imp stomps back on the table. Hi, it's me. No,
I know. Also, I'm dropping frames like a
I'm sure
madman. Christ
Oh,
almighty.
no.
But at the same time, so I'm not going to disclose that I know what the Golden League is.
Yep.
Just that I know it is. So very well. And what do you plan on and how are you exactly going to planning on going about the research into this device once we get the ship?
I'm a businessman, not a scientist, and I don't have any scientists under my employ. So the plan was just to sell it to a competitor.
Patent wars would be engaged afterwards.
I mean, if there's no patent on
If
it,
it's a prototype, you can't exactly patent the prototype.
Oh, someone will certainly throw a patent on it once they hear of it.
Yes,
Yep,
very well.
and,
Yes, they can.
I think Abadar Corp would be interested in doubling their cargo capacity, and I have some friends in the company that I can rely on their sense of fair play to ensure the technology is
And as
disseminated
well
through the back worlds.
as well as the Starfinder organization would most definitely
They would
appreciate
benefit
it.
from it, but I think they're too busy finding a super weapon. Ancient super weapons, you know, what long voyages.
Are you
to
referencing the
great
Dark Suns
lands.
campaign?
Yes, fuck you. You know, long voyages into strange lands with weird, new, and interesting people that I believe you get to kill.
Yes, but at the same time, it's just a matter of they do more than just that. They sort of, well, they primary in exploration. They also help out wherever they can.
And you're a part of a corporation and not them. That's just sad.
Listen, if you've scrubbed our file, you definitely know that we've been dealt a shitty hand as of late.
Oh, she has, and maybe you, but like everyone else here, you guys could have, you know, done some true heroistic work, but it's clear all you care about is the money, and I'll make sure you get it.
Well, unfortunately, in this case, heroism cannot always pay the maintenance on the ship, and sometimes goodwill can only go so far.
Anyway, yeah, you may now leave.
Well,
Now.
it was a pleasure.
Noel's the first
No,
one to stand
no.
up and start walking towards the door.
As soon as you may not leave, I'm up.
Is there a coffee pot in there?
No.
Damn it. I leave.
Unfortunately, while I do get you the job, you getting food on the station, that's on you.
That was to be expected.
Have
That's
fun.
fair.
I'll we'll contact you as soon as we hear of your either termination or leaving of the company.
Yeah, Alkion probably lets her antenna fall, but she kind of gives like the weirdest look as she leaves.
What kind of look? Amaranto notices, so it's like, what kind of look is
It is a very nasty glare, something very uncharacteristic.
And this is a glare going to Sinjin, right?
Yes.
Well, that's not very nice.
We're
By the way,
just.
who drank the wine?
Alkion did. Basically, she refused it and just kind of stood there.
Yeah, Amaranto didn't partake in any of the wine either.
I hear Stormer rumbling.
Anyone who did drink the wine, you're fine. It wasn't poisoned or anything.
Is that the DM talking?
Yeah, like
Was-
as the DM said, the wine was fine.
DM talking to the guy that just cast Detect Affliction to make sure nobody was poisoned.
You're mildly buzzed to ever drink all of the wine,
I'm not fixing that.
which is Jerry. Jerry drank it clearly.
It was delicious.
He kept motioning for more the entire time.
Well, because they won't give me coffee, so I need something to fix me.
He's being a good host.
He eventually just took the bottle and said, "This is mine now."
Yeah, they didn't stop me.
You have one empty wine bottle.
No, you didn't. You weren't allowed to keep that.
No.
You had to turn that in.
I was very angry about it, but I listened.
You'll find coffee somewhere in the casino.
So, do we also get a room, or how long do you think that's gonna take?
Let us wait the day and gather up any gear that we might, because we're in for a fucking ride.
But we need to be very cautious of our next step, since we do need to be able to leave within our own terms so we can collect the severance rather than being simply given the, what is it?
The
Metaphorical boot? Yes, that.
On top of which, even if we get it there in the ship and get out with the other one,
Also,
we're still gonna need somewhere to get out of here. with.
Snowy, if and Robert, he's gonna arrange transport for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys still have the ship for the time being, but like when and if y'all lose that ship, he will arrange transport for y'all to get to that station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he's gonna arrange the transport and our gear. It's just a matter of, for the time being, until we decide to actually accept it or not, we need to scrounge for ourselves. That sound right, Snowy?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
And I'll give him a second.
Oh man, you got 7 seconds.
I was gonna say, as everyone just probably notices, Alk is a little more stern than usual, which is weird for someone who's usually slightly airheaded.
Everything okay, Alk?
You are aware of my past. You can make the assumptions.
Yes, and I'm the only one that should know about your past. So whoever he had scrubbing the hollow net, well, they're good. And if anything, I don't wanna cross him as much as I could care less about EJ Corp.
That is them. But we will.
Oh
deal with
hey,
those
there's
issues later.
a handout for the casino y'all are at.
Oh man.
Oh hell yeah.
Colorful.
Nice. But yeah, so above
I
board.
say this because I'm looking for stuff. Sorry.
Above board guys, like Amaranto is deliberately not talking about how we totally let the resistance take those weapons and possibly are salvaging the second truck at the bottom of that ravine. Because again, to play a lie, you have to be the lie.
Yeah.
Your life is a lie.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Just
I mean-
pure drugs.
As it
You
is.
failed the sense motive check, you can't tell.
I was gonna say, as it is, Alkion usually lets Amaranto do the talking, but that's also just because of the fact that the less she talks, the less she has to reveal about herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing that no one on the ship except Amaranto actually knows much about her other than her flightiness.
Yep.
All right, so apparently there's not a handout in the fucking thing for it, which I guess is fair. So I'm just gonna put this in the ship blackboard. I'm gonna read it out. In 1 second though. Okay, don't read it just yet. Stop looking at it.
I'm looking.
No.
My eyes
Get
are.
your
I'm
eyes off
looking.
that
I am
shit.
looking disrespectfully.
Okay,
Looking
yeah.
out the window,
I'm
don't
going to
worry.
steal his eyes.
Anyway, so by the time y'all emerge from the casino, a message from the company awaits you all on your personal comm units. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
I
The
have one of them?
message reads: to EJ Corp personnel serving aboard company transport BD514 from EJ Corp Sapient Resources Department. Subject: possible contract breach and termination. Dear employees, your recent activity on Voxana has triggered an objective AI-led investigation into potential violations of your employee contracts. This investigation may result in your termination. EJ Corp is under no obligation to share the results of this investigation with you. In addition, company transport BD514 has failed to meet expected profit goals. EJ Corp is conducting an internal review to determine the viability of this revenue stream going forward. In the event your company transport is reassigned, your contracts will be voided effective immediately. Thank you for your time.
Well, I can't say that I did not see that coming.
I'll have to look into the discrepancy of how long we have to terminate our contract via our bills before investigation tends to finish. Unless we find ourselves with metaphorical rope around our necks. I think that's how it goes.
Yes.
Amaranta, while you're trying to chat and hopefully rationalize things, you're immediately fucking called by what seems to be an image of an otter.
I enter the comm, and I'm assuming that there's like that the Holo is either like similar to the Holo discs in Star Wars or something like that.
I mean, I more or less thought this was like a smartphone that you'd have to hold up for the video call.
Yeah, fair enough.
So like you just see her like frantically like, so
Yeah, shit didn't go well, did it?
Yeah, you got that message, right?
Yep, we all did. And don't worry,
Yes.
it's not due to any error on your part.
So fun fact, I'm now on review for termination. That could be an issue.
Is it because you were assigned to us as our representative?
Yeah, you know what? It's not like I actually give a shit.
And
I don't know.
And honestly, I don't think that honestly, you can tell that we don't either.
I can probably rebound easily, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. My daughter's still off terraforming on some water world for these fuckers, and I don't know what to do. She'll be fine. She's on her own. But yeah. Looks like I will need to tender my resignation and start looking into other options.
Now, question, Snowy.
Yeah.
Can we have her join us?
Oh, would you like to try?
Can I have a fate roll to see if we can?
You know what? Sure.
And this is not.
Wow, that actually is the exact number I was thinking.
What?
Wow.
What?
Okay, you can try to offer her a position with y'all.
Second.
There's just the fates of a line. You can try.
If anything, I'm going to attempt a diplomacy here.
Allow me to finish her thing, but it's like I've made some contacts in the free trader community, other crews, not unlike yourself. I can go independent.
We're going to adopt the freaking otter.
But just do what you think you guys is best. If you guys tender your resignations now with your severance packages all together, you might get enough for your own ship. I mean, if you pulled everything together and
if
get a
anything,
decent loan from a bank.
If anything, what's her name again?
Tarka.
Tarka. If anything, Tarka, we will be doing that because it's just why wait for the inevitable? Because obviously they don't like us. Despite all their jobs going ass and over.
I'm just gonna say, quit now. Get the severance package.
Yes, I know that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to do. But
I already did that. I'm currently going through the paperwork. They can't stop me. I'm at my desk filling out that paperwork.
While we have you on the line, are you able to fill out our paperwork as well, or at least send it over very quickly?
You should all have a copy on the ship. They won't be taking the ship back for another week. I was told about that.
If anything,
Thank you.
would you like to join us on our recent escapades? Because you handle logistics very well.
That I do. However, how am I to ensure that it's going to be a somewhat consistent revenue stream? I do need to eat.
If anything, we'll be taking jobs very regularly, and if the team doesn't stick together, you can stick with me and Alkion. You do know from the interview process, and considering that EJ has us on file, there should be plenty on me and whatever they could scrounge up for Alk. That we're a rather reputable bounty duo. And there's no shortages of bounty hunters needed in the system.
Counter. I stick with you as long as deemed necessary. However, if I find a better opportunity, I take the first hop out.
That's reasonable. We're not one to keep you tied down.
I've got a place in Absalon. Just let me pack. Do y'all? I mean, hopefully y'all can get a ship. Do you guys have a plan for that?
We do, and we. Is this a secure channel, Snowy?
Why do you think I'm calling on the phone?
I said Snowy, not
I'm sorry, no,
Taraga.
I'm just like, okay, the imp's gonna just throw a phone at you. I don't know.
I swear I see the imp again. Where does this thing keep coming in? I've duct taped all the holes.
Obviously, it keeps
One
on
from-
making more.
It's one from the crowd. It just keeps showing up.
You have a live studio audience?
The fourth wall. Oh no!
But if anything, I'm going to do a quick computers check just to double check that this is not tapped whatsoever.
The only tapping that's happened is the tapping to answer the phone.
Okay, good. It seems someone else's computer skills rubbed off on me. If anything, we did
Yeah, you
accept.
just have Mint Mobile. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds of the future.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Base Reynolds.
If anything, we did accept the current business opportunity from the Lord himself. I honestly forget his name. Oh, Lord St. John.
I'll tell you all what. I've got like a month left on my rent. Let me pack up everything, and after y'all done with that job, you can pick me up, okay?
Very much so.
That way I can, like, touch bases with a couple people, because I might be able to get us a used ship if we can get enough cash.
Well, the thing is, the job he offered is a...
Up. I don't need to know. I want to be surprised. Also, I don't want to be worrying about y'all.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, fewer people that know, the
And
better.
if you never come back, well, I've got the month to work on getting another job.
Yes, you do.
If I don't come back, I think that actually means you have more things to worry about.
Okay, you say that just as a ringing in my ear just started. What the fuck?
That's really
What
funny,
the fuck,
Okian.
Ari?
I'm totally at peace now.
No, really, what the fuck, Ari? You make that subtle threat just as the ringing in my ear just started, as soon as you started speaking.
I'm gonna hang up now
Tell
for
you
sake
what.
of my own mental stability.
I'm just gonna pop in really quick. Tell you what, Ed. First round's on me when we meet up.
You know what?
Tarika, just
Make it
don't
4.
worry about it, okay?
Deal.
Great. I'm totally gonna be worrying about this now.
Please don't. Alk is
should.
only joking.
I read her file.
I was in the meeting. You should
Oh,
be
I know
very
that's
worried.
not I know that's not the case.
Oh, you mean the 4 lines of it that aren't redacted?
Exactly. It's mostly black lines.
How is anybody supposed to read this thing? It's nothing but black lines.
It's just black ink!
Somebody just dunked it in a squid.
Ugh.
I'm quoting that. I am
That's just,
so
ugh.
quoting that.
I'm gonna hang up now. Y'all have a good time trying to get any kind of financial compensation.
We will, because...
If you guys have mesothelioma, y'all are fucked.
That's not something the shooter can catch.
I hate
Yeah.
you, Snowy.
So all I can think of is those late night commercials. Like, if you were a loved one have mesothelioma, you might be entitled.
Yeah, we
for
all know
financial
about
compensation.
those.
Like that played constantly.
If your loved one happens to have a redacted file,
If
Stop.
your loved one happens to have a redacted file,
You're
run.
fucked.
Run!
If anything, take it easy and we'll... Here, and we'll contact you once this job is done.
Cool.
You don't need to know
Yeah.
any details because we don't want to put you at risk.
I wonder if I can get away with setting fire to my desk.
probably
Considering
not.
it's your desk, no.
If anything, just set the time to... just...
Just set the
Oh.
timed explosive to go off when they check the desk.
Brilliant idea, Nolan. Hangs up immediately.
Christ.
Well, you know.
Hopefully that wasn't the company phone.
Well, it was.
It wasn't. It wasn't tapped. I checked.
Yours wasn't.
I know. I made sure the call wasn't tapped. Not just my phone.
There's just an imp throwing gun an innumerable amount of burner phones at Amaranto.
Hey, stay off the stage.
As you just see this red possum just run off on stage.
This red possum that's like we're in a director's chair hopping on it.
Why is it red? Snowy's is blue.
We look at the stream.
I'm looking at the Discord because that's the only one I can see.
That's fair.
They decided to keep the ice one as the icon.
Because I did not have the money to buy a new one. Because I've like changing my icon a couple times, but when I don't have a suitable change, it doesn't work. Anyway. So, now it's time for the fun part, which is probably going to be the most of this rest of the session.
The planning part.
Oh no, it's
At dawn
trying
we
to,
plan.
no, it's trying to get your fucking severance packages.
Oh, fun.
I kid you not, there's an entire like 2-page spread.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
So let me read through this real quick. Both credits and stock options with company works. Endless array of excuses. To redeem any of their severance pay, a PC must attempt a diplomacy, intimidation, or relevant profession check such as accountant, corporate professional, general contractor, lawyer, manager, or merchant.
We're supposed to have a lawyer on the crew? The fuck is this shit? Got the wrong doctor, I swear.
God damn, Captain, I'm a doctor, not a lawyer. I still
God
can get
damn it,
over
I'm
the
a doctor, not a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor, just the
But
other
not-
kind of doctor.
It's not that kind of doctor. I have a PhD, but I'm not. But just because you have a PhD, you call it a doctor. But we're not that kind of doctor. It makes no sense. Where's that from again? Is that from Treasure Planet?
There you go.
Okay. So, everyone, Thankfully, it's not too much, and we can actually end the session at this because we have been going a bit long. Yeah, well, I mean, we can go a bit long.
We can go a bit longer.
I think we'll end the session here because I have to set up for an entire fucking heist after this. Unless you guys want to do some RP about it.
We can do some
as we
RP.
go. Yeah, we can. We're
Yeah,
gonna start with
do
this.
some
All
of the
right,
planning.
Let's go. Let's do this. All right.
Is anyone else good with
All
that?
We're gonna start with Ari. Hello, Ari. Alkion. Alkion gets to have some fun.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Don't tell her that.
You're sitting at a laptop in a cafe nearby, and you have a phone in one hand and a small computer in the other, and you now are about to negotiate how to get your severance pay.
And Amaranto's sitting at the table next.
So gotcha in one hand, paperwork in the other.
And Amaranto's
Exactly.
sitting across from her, waiting for his turn on the queue.
So, Alkion,
Mhm.
you're able to, after like fucking hours of waiting on hold. Hello, and thank you for calling EJ Employee Support. How can I help you today?
Yes, I am looking into the steps required to receive severance pay upon my personal leaving of the company.
Okay, are you currently on the employee page of the EJ company portal?
Yes, I am.
All right, can you please, and like a long list of mumbo jumbo, and you're having trouble keeping up, but you're just barely. And as this keeps going along, I need you to. So, how are you going to try and negotiate to be able to get your full severance? Are you gonna try to be diplomatic about it? Or are you gonna try to like intimidate the person on the phone? Are you gonna try and like pull like a profession thing out your ass? What you gonna try and do?
She's probably just gonna be, knowing her, very to the point, just bringing up that it is in her contract that if she personally decides to end her employment, she is entitled to this. And basically, she's just pulling up the facts.
Okay, so then I believe that would be a diplomacy check.
Then the Carfax.
Oh boy.
You can make this untrained or not, however you want to, but I need you to go ahead and roll.
Okie dokie. Alright.
Okay. Unfortunately, Alkion, legal mumbo jumbo goes over your goddamn head to the point that you barely got 50 credits out of your severance and the meager stock options you were promised.
Better than none.
The person on the phone has like that annoying, like better than you, like customer service sound. It's like, thank you for calling EJ Employee Support and have a fantastic day.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that was Alkion doing it. It's time for the lizard!
Oh god.
Jeez.
It's fun to hear just in general.
You take over the computer now, you're hunting and pecking through it, you got them on the phone, and after hours of waiting, you're finally like, welcome to the EJ employed help desk, how can I help you?
Yes,
I mean, now they sell
I'm
people.
here to talk about my severance package as I will be leaving.
Well, we're really sorry to hear that you'll be leaving the company with us, and then like legal mumbo jumbo about it.
Blah, blah,
You're
blah,
barely
blah, blah.
able to keep up as well, and it's like it's such bull. You're bored out of your fucking mind. You're hearing it. The call seems to drag on for an hour, and now it comes down to the point. How are you going to try and get your full severance package?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Are you gonna try like talk the facts, intimidate the person over the phone, or
Intimidate
what
them
are
with
you
the
gonna try
facts.
Yeah, given she probably has my file up, I might play into the vest.
and do? Oh, invest intimidation.
Yeah.
All right.
Aw,
Well,
shit.
Roll me and kind of show me like how are you going to like try RP me out how you're gonna try and get the financial compensation.
Seeing you probably have my file up there, or I'm guessing you already know that I am in fact a Vesk, and we generally like to get our full compensation, as it were.
Yes, and under the the Vesk and Pack Worlds Green Alliance after the start of what is referred to as the Swarms incident. You were to be peaceful. There's no need to threaten, harm on corporate entity or low-end intern. Nothing to worry about.
Low-end intern. Okay, getting too real here, Snowy.
Roll your intimidation.
Nice.
Holy fuck. I have to calculate some stuff real quick.
How much they pissed their pants?
Oh no.
Oh god, 3 gallons.
Congratulations. I believe you've got it's one of the better results you can have. Damn it, this TSA stole my calculator.
Wait, what?
My calculator's in here. Found it. Now they just moved into a different pouch.
That makes sense, to be honest.
I just love the context. Damn it, the TSA stole my calculator.
That's the intern to be like,
I
damn it,
fucking
just
love
moved here.
that. I'm sorry, Snowy, but I fucking love that. Someone quote that, please.
I'll put it in the lobby.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so congratulations, Vesne. Now, someone's going to want to write this down real quick. Vesne, for your financial compensation, you've got a decent amount of stock options and 1,000 credits along with 4 build points.
Oh yeah, I get it.
That's right, we get a ship. Okay, so
And
someone just put that down in the chat in the Discord.
Yeah.
significant and
So yeah,
stock
like
options?
I'll write it down. Like it's like
We just dumped it in the squid.
I'm bad at remembering how to spell stuff right now, so give me a sec.
oh, it's gonna be in the blackboard.
Yeah. We went from not making the DC to beating the shit out of the DC. I
Beat
swear
the
to God.
shit out of it.
All right. So next is DJ, as the intern on the phone from us, and I says, "Okay, sorry to
You
hear
just
that
beat your mic.
you are sorry to hear that you're leaving the company. I hope you have hangs up.
You have a good day.
DJ.
Yes.
Amaranto gets to try now.
Okay.
Once again, hour of hold time. They get to you finally after fucking dancing around multiple things, and you hear, "Hello and welcome to the
Oh, God.
Employee Help Desk. How
On.
can I help you?"
Hello and welcome to the EJ Corp Help Desk. How may I
Thank
help
you,
you?
Monster.
That's basically what that is. How can I help you on this day?
God damn it, Robert. Yes. Hello. I would like to resign from my employment at EJ Corp.
Oh. Resigning, is it? Let me guess. Are you on threat to get fired?
What do you think?
No.
Same as it ever was.
He's
watching you.
That's the
Always
joke.
watching.
That's the fucking joke.
Let me detail the extensive records on how we will be doing the resignation process. And it goes through
Process.
it goes through a long ass thing. There's the legal mumbo jumbo would be bad, but it almost feels like she's purposely saying this in a way to talk down to you, and that grating voice that's somehow worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Well, Amaranto's be like,
So what you wanna do is...
so what you want to do is to not kill your vocal cords doing this voice.
right, now, DJ,
Yes.
how are you gonna try and do this?
I am going to use diplomacy
intimidation, or
because
All right.
that's my best skill.
Okay.
I can't bluff my way out because that's something an option you didn't say, right?
That is not. That is
Yeah,
not
so
an
I can't use
option.
my expertise dice on that. So
I can't be intimidated like the last one.
dab.
Oh, damn! We're actually getting better and better each time. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So
I've got my coin out ready to flip it.
you've got your coin ready.
I don't know if it's a new day yet. I don't know if I get my my communalism back.
So DJ,
Yes.
how do you like? Do you like stop her where she is and you hit her back with even more fucking legal mumbo jumbo?
Yes, because knowing how many times Amaranto's gotten screwed over, he would have read the contract.
So yeah, you basically just take all of this.
I pull out my
passive-aggressive
own copy of the
energy,
contract and say like,
and you just yeet it back at her with a how do you yeet it back at her?
yes, it does say that, but it also says I'm entitled to greater compensation if I initiate this process myself, which I am, and I would appreciate getting the stock option inclusion with my severance package as stated here.
All right.
Not even trying to do the voice anymore.
You even just hear the voice stop. Just it's the annoyed. All right, what the fuck ever. So Amaranto, you
The
get
cigarette has been removed.
The cigarette has been removed.
Hmm.
Oh, so
you
is
get
Bark actually
excellent
here?
stock options. 1,250 credits.
Oh, so is Bark even here?
No, he's dead.
He died.
How are we gonna do
He
his
died
stock
of wolf
options?
disease.
He's going to stare into their soul as the good boy would do.
So
Stare into
Amaranto,
the phone.
congratulations. You have excellent stock options, 1,250 credits, and 5 build points as your compensation.
Woo! Now it's down to now we're just going down the list.
We're just gonna go to Misted now. Since Bark isn't here right now. Hello. Yada yada yada. Hour of wait time. You're greeted by the customer service representative. Sorry, the employee service representative. How are you gonna try and get your financial compensation?
Well, I have technically been waiting in line, so I've actually been able to see everybody else do their paperwork, so I've already got mine filled out before they even answered. I'm
Okay.
basically just trying to force them to get me the stock options, even though I'm literally an intern. I don't have the severance pay options. I'm going to try and be diplomatic,
Okay.
but I'm technically just an intern.
It turns out you have the stock options.
Go ahead and roll.
Diplomacy!
Ah!
Finally!
Go dice roll.
Yay!
Nice.
Nice. All right, so you hear on the phone a slightly more chipper. Well, Mr. Null, considering the fact that under the standpoint of what you were actually doing, you weren't quite on an internship. You were on a work-study program, finishing the last years of your thing. So with that, and you finished your degree with us, you actually do get a bit of a tuition buyback. Not a lot, but just a portion of it as well. So you just it's a much nicer thing than you would expect. It's we can get you average stock options with 1,000 credits given back to you from what your tuition payment was, so a bit of tuition reimbursement, and then on the table you get 4 build points as well.
Cool.
So
That's a total of.
I just wanted to get the process done faster.
No, that's fine. If anything, we're probably all in the same goddamn cafe, as it were.
We're sharing the same computer. We're literally going one after the other.
I was gonna say, you're using Alk's computer.
Why is there so much gotcha on here?
basically his benefit was that since he was not hired as a direct contractor, he was hired as a medical worker on a contractor ship, he actually had a different stock thing.
Does it actually say that?
No. This is me
Fluffing it?
trying to.
Ad-libbing.
This is me building into what Mischief.
This is
essentially.
you fluffing it. Got it.
I mean, Mischief told me things, so
I'm just saying,
working
that's
with
you
that.
fluffing it for
Anyway,
Mischief.
Sage,
Listen, Noel's a 15-year-old bug boy.
Jerry time.
Yeah, okay, let me actually get to my seat.
I was gonna say everyone
I
just
was
looking
totally
at
just
frickin'
laying in my bed,
Alf
relaxing.
just Noel just gets up as Jerry climbs into the chair.
No, Jerry like gets the chair on its lowest thing, and you just like you hear the agonizing piston of he was like raising in the chair. It's like,
Jerry somehow manages to get the best one just due to his computer mumbo jumbo.
Yep, I pulled the contract out of my tail. I unscroll it, just
So,
flip open.
because of a dumb joke, congratulations, Sage. You get 3 knocked off the DC
Wait, what?
because of a really dumb joke that I kind of thought was really funny.
What joke?
Oh boy.
The fact that someone has been putting fucking his money into this, like, into a severance security thing.
Yep, we
it was
had a
just
dumb
like-
joke earlier, and I'm playing with it.
Which is
So
really,
his DC's
like,
slightly lower.
his DC is slightly lower because of it. I don't expect him to be much higher.
Natural 20!
It will essentially average out considering that Alkion didn't even beat the DC.
Yeah.
Just bangs out to a natural 20.
So,
Yep. Also,
You're good,
visually, you
double?
notice that I put on like a small pair of like bifocals, so I can read the contract better.
You mean the things I'm wearing?
I mean, I
Yeah,
took
just
them
the
from
nose
DS.
glasses.
My glasses.
Off their face.
I
so
was gonna say
Anyways.
you just look at
You
Alpha's
finally,
computer and
you know,
everyone's like, oh god,
a
he has a
shorter wait period as you see it's going to the end of the day, so you're at the start of the call list. And it's like, hello, EJ Employee Services. How can I help you?
Hello, kind sir, madam, or
Otherwise?
interspecies that I'm not aware of. I believe that I would like to be leaving my position, and with that, by the way, my name is Jerry Wright. Do not question how the last name is spelled. I know you can see it on there. Trust me, the paper is absolutely correct. I wrote it myself, therefore it must be right.
I mean,
Like,
you're Yoski, sir. We can only expect so much.
Excuse me.
Oh,
That is
wow, we got the
highly
racist
rude.
one.
Against the marginalized people, I understand that I am known as common vermin, but you know what? I'm very exotic for my species, thank you very much. And I have been smart enough to be putting money into this so I would get my severance, and it would be nice and fat, you know, like a fat rat, if you will. And I want to make sure that I get that. Please and thank you.
We have a
Don't even
vermin,
use-
we have a pest on the ship.
I almost want to revoke the DC lowering now.
No. Make it lower because he technically just discriminated.
No, I almost
No,
want to.
If you want to revoke
the
it, that's
culture
fine.
card.
I'm having fun with
Yeah,
the way I'm
just
playing my
like-
character.
I love that so much, but it's also like,
Dear God.
how do I explain this? Have you ever, as a DM or a player, had your advantage revoked because you RP'd either so badly or so good as the annoying guy?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
Snowy,
I've
been learning
gave
from
Reaper-
you.
I
DJ
gave
always
Reaper
had that
advantage
more than
for,
once.
for my own bullshit, so, you know, I gave someone else advantage for being the annoying person.
Anyway, just roll your diplomacy.
Okay, and that's right.
Go,
here.
dice roll!
Yeah.
You're gonna
No,
roll
natural
it.
one.
Yay! Oh, dang.
That-
Natural one followed a 2.
That's not that bad. That's average.
Yeah, it still works out. So, Jerry, Mambo Jumbo, yada yada yada. Thank you for your services. You have decent stock options. 500 credits as your severance bonus, and 2 build points.
By the way, do these get sent to us like essentially like a wire transfer, or
Essentially,
You
they're
have to pick them
transferred
up.
to your. They're essentially a transfer to your account.
okay? So I'll make sure to note it on my sheet.
8, 10, 15. Okay.
I don't know where we're supposed to put build points, so
I just put them right there because build points are technically a separate currency for upgrading your ship / buying a ship.
That is fair. There we go.
There's a homebrew conversion of how to turn them into credits, but it's not actively used because people consider it being like where it's like, well, you could, if build points immediately turn into credits, you could just hijack a ship and then sell it as a whole for its build points. However, I would allow that, but you would have to sell the ship as scrap, which you'd only get that as credits, but still. Like, a credit to build point conversion is kind of weird, because build points are only used for ship upgrades and ships themselves. So, yeah. So altogether, you have 15 build points. Taraka gets back to you and adds an additional 3 build points to y'all. So you have 18 build points as a total.
That's actually not that bad.
I still need the doggo. What does he roll?
Is Burn even alive right now, or is he dealing with Child?
Well, not Burn, Bark.
Bark. B names!
Burn, baby, bark.
Bark, bark, bark.
Anyway, is Bark
so
here?
yes, we're getting to you.
So, yada yada yada, I need you, well, I'm going to roll a diplomacy or intimidation check for you, depending on how you want to do this. How are you going to try and get the financial compensation you are deserving of while resigning from your company? Are you going to try and intimidate them, or are you going to try and get diplomacy of?
Because I cannot remember what my character sheet looks like, because I've not been on this for quite some time.
You are Dog Boy.
You have a +2 to diplomacy and a +2 to intimidate. You have 2 ranks in. You have 2 ranks in diplomacy and 2 ranks in intimidate.
So it's money that we deserve to have, correct?
So basically the idea is that
you're fighting for your severance.
It's money that you're supposed to have under contract, but the company buries it under so much legal mumbo jumbo to ensure you get none or a very small amount of it.
And I believe did some song from Merc, so yeah, I'm intimidated.
Okay.
Can you get bonuses for being the goodest of boys?
Personal knowledge, I know. This is funny.
I think you have 1 good boy point, so I'll add 1 to this.
You can re-roll that. You have your token.
So, Bark, no, I'm just gonna re-roll this for you, but Bark, you're not gonna believe what I just rolled.
Did you also roll a 1?
No, I rolled a 1 while rolling for Bark. I'm gonna try that again.
Well, there's that 5 I predicted.
Damn it, Aries, stop abusing your gift from Apollo.
No.
That is better, which actually also modifies what Tarka has in the verge of build points. She actually, because of that, has 4 now, because of the amount that the end thing will be. So, Cal Vec, congratulations. Your severance is 250 it's limited stock options. And typing this all out. Let's see. 250 credits. And 1 build point. Now, if I'm looking at this correctly, you all totaled up, along with Tarka, with her 4 points she adds. That is 8, 10, 15, 19, 20 build points.
Okay, I'm just putting this down here.
Let me look at something real quick. Considering...
You said 19, Snowy?
You have 20 build points altogether. I need to look at something real quick.
If anything, 20 can get us a ship.
I think you get more than a ship.
It can get us one with a coffee machine.
What point will be dedicated to coffee maker?
Coffee.
We invest heavily in the coffee maker to appease Jerry.
Your peas in the coffee makers for Jerry. For Jerry's sake.
Unfortunately,
I don't know.
even with everything, you can't even afford a quarter tier ship.
Damn.
Really?
It is 25 starship build points to get a quarter tier.
Wrong question. Ari, do you still have your daily reroll?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're also not supposed to have enough points to buy a ship. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
don't think I would be able to scrounge up enough, even if I rerolled.
Yeah, like
I'm
you
guessing
guys would have
I'm
to
guessing the
have-
build points are our shares.
Your build points are for the theoretically thing of like you could put these towards upgrading your ship when you get it.
Pretty much the elephant.
Yeah.
But so we have build resources.
Yeah, because like expansion bays have a cost in VP. So like weapons and stuff have like cost in VP and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So you have a decent amount of starting stuff. I'm just kind of curious if you can afford any of the sample ones.
Cool.
I was gonna say, in order for my reroll to actually give us enough of the BP, I would have to roll as high as Almoranto, and I only have +1 to diplomacy.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 10.
You would not be able to afford any of the samples because they operate under the same purchasing thing.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
if
we would
anything,
have to get a loan.
that makes sense.
You would have to get a loan from the bank.
Which we don't want.
I don't think Alkion is legally allowed to have a loan.
Sorry, your credit's not good enough.
I think out of everyone, I'd probably be the safest option for a loan.
It would be me.
Null has 0 credit score.
For all you know, Alkion's a felon.
Oh.
Only Amaranto knows that.
I said for all you know.
Here's the thing, I'm not entirely sure because like a couple of things. I'll look into it later. See what you could theoretically get.
I mean, if anything, again, like, we're going to be getting the Oliphant.
Yeah.
And knowing all this shit going south like it usually does, we're going to be keeping the Oliphant.
Most likely. It's like looking something up.
We got a grand total of 4,050 credits from all that.
Which is not a lot for shipbuilding, even then.
I think it's that 102. How much money does everyone have?
I have
782 credits before the added 50.
497 before my 1250.
You said 497?
Yep. But again, like, we're not looking to get a ship just yet.
I'm just kind of seeing where we're at.
Yeah.
Total. Mr. Versage?
What's up?
How many credits you guys have? I'm just curious how many credits we have grand total.
I did math not long ago. I think it was like 1388.
I'll read through this later. Cause there are like base frames
okay.
you can buy and like stuff like power cores and such. So I'll read through this later and get an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll end there as you now have your you have your severance paid out. You are now officially no longer a part of EJ. They now have almost embarrassingly dumped all your personal belongings out on the outside of the ship as they've now reclaimed your ship.
Oh man, the one duffel bag to Alkion's person.
Same thing with Amaranto, like...
Everyone's belongings are now being stashed at Tarka's place. Essentially.
Did they make sure to go into my special hidey hole and get my stuff out of there? Or is it still in there?
Yeah, you got that.
Okay, good.
All of your... I don't remember what you stashed in there, but I know for a fact it wasn't the drugs.
No, those stay inside of me.
Yeah. Oops, that was 21, not 20.
I thought it was the crispy magazines he kept in his hidey hole.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
Yeah.
We don't talk
That's
about
what
those in
that's
front
what
of the
it's-
rest of the people.
Anyway, next time you guys will be getting information about that mission.
Oh man, maybe Alkion will get a second jacket.
Maybe. Anyway, that is the end of this session. It was a bit of a hodgepodge, but granted, I've been rusty for a month because I'm tired.
And to be honest, it was a very good RP session, all things considered.
Yeah.
They figured out the stock market, and much as I expected, Alkion failed at it. She was essentially given a $50 bill and told to fuck off.
Damn.
I'm not surprised because she is not diplomatic because she does not talk. And when she does open her mouth, she says the most weirdest shit.
Yeah?
That $50 immediately went towards her phone games.
Yeah.
She's just trying to slowly pay that back.
You know what? Don't even reduce your nebulous gotcha debt by 50. Don't add that to your fucking. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, this is a joke.
No, I'm gonna say that
Gotcha addictions is not a joke.
For someone who gambles a lot, they sure gambled and lost.
You may reduce your nebulous gotcha debt by 50 if you wish, but that 50 also goes to your wallet.
Okay.
Because it's a joke.
I mean, I'm doing both.
Alright. I'm going to go die and be right back.
Anyway.
Alright, well, while he does that,
While Snowy goes to the bathroom.
I'm gonna start closing out the
Yep.
stream. I'm probably gonna go raid Montaro.
Yeah, let's just raid Montaro.
Yeah, because freaking Dunked Squid is great. Let's see. Here, Montaro is playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Probably the re-release of it, if I had to guess.
Oh my... What's Montaro's actual Twitch name?
Spirit of Water Montaro.
Thank you, because it's just... I'm trying to put it in the search thing. It's not wanting to come up.
Yeah, that's fine. But I hope you all enjoyed this. We'll be back Tuesday, I think, for me and DJ playing some Mario. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the session, and we'll see you all later.
Yep,
Bye.
likewise.
Montaro 2, The Way of Water.
And if anything, tune in tomorrow at 5:30 my time for more 4-Job Fiesta, where we can continue the next phase of the game. We got all 4 of our jobs. So, see you all then, and keep it real and keep it classy. I'll see you later. Peace.